In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you the top 6 things that tourists should never do whilst visiting South Africa. But wait a minute, before we get into the details of this video, please give this video a huge thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. We are currently on the road to 20,000 subscribers and it can only happen if you guys make it happen. Without further ado, let's get right into the video. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're here for the first time, hi, I'm Spaxxtino, your favorite African without borders, currently in Cape Town, South Africa. And if you're here for the second or third or more than 3 times, hey, what do? As you guys can see from the title of this video, I'm going to be sharing with you the top 6 things that you should never do when you are visiting South Africa. Let's get to number 1. I know when people come from all the parts of the world coming to Africa, they have a mentality that Africa is full of wildlife, Africa is rich in wildlife, and that is correct. But when you come to South Africa, just don't expect to find wildlife roaming around in the streets. In Africa, especially in South Africa, we have the cities too, we have roads too, and then for you to have the best experience of wildlife in South Africa, you need to visit the national parks or the zoo. One of the biggest national parks right here in Africa is found in South Africa and is called the Kruger National Park. You should definitely plan a trip to the Kruger National Park. I promise you would definitely love it. Number 2, don't forget to tip. South Africa has a tipping culture and it is common courtesy to tip someone who has provided you services. This includes services provided in the restaurant, services provided in the bars, services provided by the gas station, services provided by the saloons. And in South Africa, the minimum amount that you can tip is 10% of your total bill. So when you come to South Africa, don't forget to tip. Number 3, don't flash expensive jewelry or your phones in public. If you have expensive jewelry on you, don't tell anyone, keep it to yourself. And if you have some valuables like phones, like cameras, just don't leave them unattended and don't trust anyone to take care of your stuff. Rather, keep your stuff close to you, don't show it around. And if you are a videographer, just be aware of the locations where you are taking your camera out. I'm a content creator, but I as well do not take out my camera in every place. I have to be aware of my environment before I take my camera out, in case it might get stolen or in case it might attract the wrong kind of people. And if you are renting a car right here in South Africa, you guys just make sure that whenever you are in the car, your doors are locked. Whenever you leave the car, make sure the doors are locked. Also, you're parking in a safe space, and also just make sure that you don't leave any stuff lying around on the car seats in case it attracts the wrong kind of crowd. Number 4, don't be surprised when a petrol assistant pulls up just to help you fill up your gas tank or your fuel tank. Right here in South Africa, you guys, we have those people who are actually employed to assist in fueling up your car. This actually helps with employment creation right here in South Africa. I know in first world countries you guys are so used to be fueling up your own cars and then self-service, but right here in South Africa it is different. So let those guys assist you with fueling up your car. These guys can also help with washing your windscreen and giving you directions if you need any help, and of course don't forget to tip them when they do. Number 5, don't assume that people in South Africa don't speak English. South Africa is a diverse country and it is home to different cultures. And although English is the second language to many people do understand English and many people can speak English. It is also regarded as one of the 12 official languages right here in South Africa, and also the subjects in schools are taught mainly in English, so it is very easy to communicate with the next person in English. Don't be afraid when you come to South Africa for language barriers, you can still converse in English. Last but not least, when you come to South Africa as a tourist, just don't be impatient. Have you ever heard of the African saying that says there is no rush in Africa? And that is true in most African societies, including South Africa. So time basically in most African society, including the South African society, is not kept on the dot, you guys. Unlike other cultures like the European cultures, when they say 10 a.m. it actually means you can meet at 10 a.m. In South Africa, if you are 10 minutes late, that's an exemption. If you're 20 minutes late, that's an exemption. If you're 30 minutes late, we can still negotiate and still understand. So please don't be impatient. time management and timekeeping can go as far as service delivery is concerned. As compared to first world countries, service delivery right here in South Africa is a bit slower. Even on the road, you guys, driving on the road, you guys, people might actually take their time to drive their car from point A to point B. So if you are coming to South Africa as a tourist, please don't be impatient. Try to just enjoy your stay, get in the vibe, and you would enjoy the best of South Africa. That's it for today's video, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys have learned something, so that when you come to South Africa, you get to live in the moment and you don't get distracted by a lot of things. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Tino Sparks, your favorite African without borders, currently in Cape Town, South Africa, and I am signing out.